What'd you miss?
I'm back. Okay, I was thinking in the bathroom. Okay.
Layers of cheer.
No.
Psychor.
Okay, what if like Shampoo and I, we're like babies of Funhaus. We're like young, cool, hip.
Yeah, sure.
What if Shampoo and I had like a show where we like taught you guys about like what us like cool, hip millennials are all about?
Like savage.
Because like you and like the rest of the guys are pretty old. So like we're like okay, well like we're really cool, really young, we're really with it. We know what's going on. We teach you guys, you know, how to be cool again. Well, not how to like. You probably can't be cool. But we like teach you like how, if you could, how you would be. So
Great. Would.
that's like it.
Are you hoping for immediate feedback on this idea?
I can hear that demo bleed.
Hold on.
Man, we recorded so many videos in the last couple weeks.
Man, it's
It
like
was
it's like a sweatshop.
At least
Over
came
there.
You
on.
guys are good.
I do really enjoy cutting videos
Hold
for
on.
Funhaus.
Morin says you probably won't see this until after the stream, but you can actually use a controller on the PC. You just have to have it hooked up when you start. I have my Xbox controller.
Yeah, I'm using
Oh.
a controller.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It might seem confusing because you're seeing the prompts on the
Yeah.
screen, but yeah,
It just,
thank you though for
still says it still says that all the things are like keyboard inputs. So sometimes there's a point you can see the stuff on the bottom right. That's for special abilities that you can hotkey down there, and you'll notice that it's Q and E and stuff. So sometimes I've played the game on PC and I'll be like, I need to use that ability, but I don't remember which one it is. I think they're in the Xbox. It was like left trigger, right trigger, and then a bumper. One of the bumpers.
To those in chat who are saying I should be in more videos. I mean, it's very nice of you, thank you, but I don't really want to be in too many videos and bombard people. And also, like, there are a lot of set series and videos that have a great formula that doesn't really need to be changed. And of course, everybody wants to see what the other guys, you know, have to say and do. And I actually really enjoy editing a lot.
So
and doing that behind the scenes work.
she's been doing a really good job because I think it's actually very hard to pick out who edits what, which is something that we really strive for in the office. But
My proudest video that I've done thus far is the GTA Cram Jam Mothman video. Because I really enjoyed doing it, but I was also really happy with the outcome. And it was really gratifying when everyone watched it and they laughed a lot. I mean, they were very funny, and the video itself was very funny. It didn't really need anything added to it, but...
it was a funny video. So the scavenger hunt. This is something you can only do in the camp. You try and find these items. If you get half of them, you'll be promoted 4 ranks. Get the other half, you get another 4 ranks. This is what originally got me into Psychonauts, because G4 would talk about, like, they had a show called Cheat, and it would like have guides and stuff, and they would just show you like, oh, here's how you get this thing, that thing, and I had no context for it, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
So where do I...
Christopher Walken. I'll never live down the chode thing. I have a lot of post-nasal drip constantly, and I can't project very well. So when I tried to say chode, it came out as like, chode!
That's how you always say chode, though.
Chode!
Went down the parking lot real quick. So there's stuff all over the map. The fun thing about starting this game is there's always stuff all over the map.
Yeah.
You just grab everything. It doesn't even try and hide it from you.
These kind of adventure games like this, that's unless stuff regenerates, it always sucks when you're like, oh, I already claimed everything. Because collecting is half the fun.
Here's another fun thing. Like, obviously the games have very interesting characters. Like, whose car do you think that is? Clearly it's Coach Oleander's. Giant wheels, making up for the fact that he has short legs. And then this one over here, I've always imagined
He's
to be
like Michael
Mila's.
Scott. Because it looks like a penis.
It looks like a penis she loved to
She
cack.
loved the D.
She probably does. I mean...
Yeah, well, who doesn't, really?
There we go. Swish. But yeah, this whole world is just like so exciting and vibrant to me. The only one thing that always makes me sad is that, right, the game kind of takes place over the course of one day and one night. So, right now it's sunny and it's like fun sunshine camp time. You see the
Mhm.
literal smiling
Yeah.
sun in the sky, but eventually the sun goes down and it's nighttime, and the kind of world becomes a little bit darker, a little bit scarier.
So that's your one criticism of Psychonauts.
It's not a criticism. It's just a. Oh
It's
man.
a personal
I
taste
wish
thing.
I wish I could just set it so that way it'd be in the daytime the whole
Yeah.
time because it's so lush and vibrant.
Maybe Tim will take that into consideration for 2.
But the thing is, it matches the story, so it's changing. The world is changing.
What if Tim Schafer stalks you?
You gotta
he,
leave me
like-
alone. He's picking on me.
What if he reads your tweets constantly? He's just obsessed with you, and he's taking every piece of information he
Listen,
can
if
and
he's-
incorporating it into Psychonauts
If
2.
he's anything, he's tired.
Probably, yeah. He's probably like, who the fuck is this guy? At least, what's the biggest difference you found between GT and Funhaus? Right?
Upper body strength.
No.
But
I-
which side is which?
I love the GT guys. I guess it's a different brand of content, really. GT is a little bit more editorial, and obviously Funhaus doesn't censor themselves in any way. I mean, they'll blur nipples and penises, but beyond that, they're pretty much anything goes, and they're a little bit more skewed towards entertainment. In terms of like my personal chat, in terms of my personal like
never mind.
work there, my responsibilities are pretty different because I didn't edit it at all at GT.
Sometimes you would.
Some occasionally, and sometimes it would, and most of the time it would be like, I want to do this, I want to edit this, so I'm going to do it, but it wasn't my job. Whereas at Funhaus, it's my job all day long, and there, I mean, I'm slowly being ingratiated into other areas. Like I'm responsible for the Fallout mods.
You know what I think of that?
What? Punch in the dick, huh?
That's what I think of that.
Hmm.
Kevin, who we've mentioned before,
Kevin.
he's our good friend. He's the one who got me the signed Tim Schafer
He
Psychonauts
and
poster
James worked together on Attack
for
of
my
the Show.
birthday
Kevin was an editor.
several years ago. This is his favorite part of the game. This is his favorite part of the game. When I was telling him that there's a chance that I might audition for the game, he said, "Are you going to voice the karate guy who punches his master in the balls?" And he said, "I hope they bring that back." Me too, Kevin.
Christopher Walken were some of the best GT videos. My favorite thing that maybe we ever did on Mandatory Update was we did new 3DS parody commercials, which weren't even really parody because we weren't parodying existing commercials. We just made what we thought would be funny new 3DS commercials. But considering we never have or had any resources whatsoever to work with, I thought they turned out pretty amusing.
They are funny.
But yeah. Yeah.
So I need to get at least 50 of these, because you can pick them up by hand. Sorry, I'm getting back to the game, if you don't mind for a second.
Back to basics.
Um,
Back to Bay Dicks.
you can pick the arrowheads up by hand, but you can get a dowsing rod. And a dowsing rod will tell you where there's big arrowheads. And then you can go over there, and then you'll go and you tap the button really fast, and you can pick up a bunch of them.
Everybody
and that's
wants big head. Let
that's
me
how
tell
you
you.
get it.
Me too. No.
I Rayla, I will agree with you. I do miss Tabletop Adventures. I had a really, really good time doing Tabletop Adventures, and I love Pervins so much. It's funny, like you guys did your D&D episode,
Yeah.
and I hope you do more D&D because I would love to at least make like guest appearances in your D&D series.
Yeah, we want to. The plan is to. It's just like figuring out how to do it. The 360 camera setup just between all of us here. 360 camera setup was really cool, but in YouTube you can see how long people actually watch your video, and people were not watching the video at all. There's the thing back there, scavenger hunt. People weren't watching the video very long at all.
The
I
D&D
think-
video?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a
It's
very
but it's-
specific audience, a
Well,
very niche audience.
not because it's D&D.
It's long too.
And not even because it's long. People will watch long videos sometimes that we make, but it's the spinning the camera thing. It was just, people were like, okay, well, I'm going to watch this. Psychonauts comic book! Which, by the way, I always thought that there should be a real one. A real Psychonauts comic book. when I played this game and it was like, oh, that's a level up.
Remember to keep filling up those
Um,
scavenger hunt forms.
I was like, oh, they should do more medias for Psychonauts. And one of the things I thought was they could do a comic book.
Pyramid Telex says, have you or any other Funhouse members received any backlash for hiring Elise?
I mean,
Yeah, because I'm a
yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
So there's gonna.
It's the internet.
It's the internet, and I'm a woman, so it doesn't matter. It honestly does not matter.
It's weird. It's weird because I mean it was a long time ago that we did that, but there was a point when Sean Poole wasn't on our team, and then we were like, oh yeah, we do. Like he was working for ETC at the time, but like
I'm Machinima.
had more interest in games than he necessarily did in
And you
entertainment.
guys had known Sean Poole for years.
We had known him for a really long time. Bruce and I especially had
Loved
known him for a
him.
really long time, and he seemed to be more interested in that kind of content. And we brought him over, and I mean, maybe it's because it was a little bit different. Like we announced you and stuff like that, but like for the most part, it was just like radio silence. But then you brought on, and now people were immediately suspicious that would change our sense of humor or whatever.
Oh,
I
me?
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I see the prospect of you being my wife, and it's like, oh, well, maybe you won't say that about my wife. But most people that are watching now, were like, no, that's kind of like when they do streams together and stuff. That's basically exactly.
I mean, to be
I
honest.
don't think I don't censor myself, and I don't think I censor myself now that you're at the office at all.
Well, it's
I
funny
just say it was funny.
because people are like, oh, he's gonna act differently around her. It's like, who does he act most like himself around than his wife? Bruce. Sean Poole, yeah, all your old friends. Actually, it wasn't even James's idea for me to work with them. It was Bruce's idea.
Yeah.
So,
I frankly was against it from the beginning.
but yeah, I don't really get the people that are like, oh, they're gonna be different, because I know all of them, and they don't censor themselves.
I have to say,
all
most
around me.
people were happy about it. Like these are just ones that stood out.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
most people either
Yeah.
didn't say anything or like, oh, super cool, oh yeah, and like really nice.
A lot of
and
people
so-
were really nice and supportive, and I was actually really surprised. It's funny because, it was weird because at GT I felt like I really had to censor myself a lot, and I felt like my humor wasn't always necessarily. It was always a little bit too risque. But then coming to Funhouse, people are like, man, you're not risque enough, and it's like, well, fuck me, what am I gonna do? But also I don't really want to come in and be like, talking about pussy ears, because then people will be like, oh, she's trying too hard, and it's like, well, sometimes as a woman you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I don't know, whatever, right?
But what are pussy ears?
Pussy ears, like if somebody's got like, they're like, oh, I don't want to hear this because they got like a
Pussy
pussy
ears.
and you're fucking them in their pussy ear, and they're like, no, you're raping my ear.
I was thinking there's something down. Look at all this. There's like, you see that this is the headquarters, the Psychonauts headquarters, or it's like a secret headquarters. It's like, look at the mugshots for like other characters and stuff that could be in the game.
God, you're such a nerd.
This is what I used to do when I obviously knew that there wasn't going to be a Psychonauts 2, or I had taken solace in knowing that there were. I'd come down and, oh, I wonder what that guy's story is. The eye patch.
Have you ever masturbated while you've been in this room in Psychonauts?
That's
No,
disgusting.
He wasn't telling the truth.
I was in a different room. He's just giving me a lot of backstory.
I can hear that demo.
Titanium. So he's basically what happens is he had a psychic rift, and so he has multiple personalities that he uses to kind of keep track of the camp. But one's the guy who works at the counter, one is the guy who cleans up around the place, the other guy works at the docks, and then there's the actual one, him down here. Better go. Lots of work to do. Oh wait, maybe there's some equipment for me.
Have you been drinking any of that?
That?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He gave me the bacon. You can use bacon to talk to him, obviously.
Obviously.
This room becomes much more important later on in the game.
Spoken like a true nerd. Since it's Christmas, and at Christmas, you you say nice things to people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's so many people in the community that are great, but if everybody in the chat could give a shout out to Katie Bacon.
Shout out to Katie
Katie,
Bacon.
Katie is a subreddit moderator, and she does so much for the Funhaus community.
She's also a very good human being.
She's a good
as far as
human
I
being.
know.
She's cooler than either of us
Yeah.
could ever hope to be.
Yep.
I kind of just look at things she tweets about and think, I wish that I could have cool interests. I'm not being
Psycho
sarcastic. I know I probably seem like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But so thank you, Katie, and we like you a lot, Katie. I won't say love because I don't want to be a creepo.
You have STDs.
I do have STDs.
STIs.
Well, yeah, they're just just infections at this point.
Sir, I am here to learn, sir.
You're here to train
Somebody else is in the chat is Brad Grenz, and Brad. Probably not a lot of people in the Funhaus community know Brad, but he is pretty well known in the GT community, and he does a lot on the GT NeoGAF thread. And Brad is super great. So Merry Christmas, Brad.
Big AF. Should I go in here? Should I explore? Should I explore these caves? Ah, bear! Psychic bear! Psychic bear! You can't be the psychic bear. This is like the wire course. See, there's a bunch of stuff up there.
And
Bunch of
Hurius wants
collectibles.
to know if there's any shows that I might be in more. Maybe the Fallout mods. I'm not really sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're gonna be in Fallout mods.
Maybe
You
because
were
like,
messing with some the other day.
well, Bruce asked me. He's like, if I could find Fallout mods and kind of be responsible for procuring those and making sure that they work and finding the ones that will be in the videos. Which actually, Katie Bacon found some good Tron mods for you.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert,
That
but
scavenger hunt item in there.
But I was in one video when Bruce was out sick, and I mean, ideally, you and Adam and Bruce should be doing those videos for like maximum.
Bruce can join.
But it would be fun to do them with you guys.
It's just the
'cause-
thing with the mods is like it's the best scenario for that, just for me at least, is when someone knows what it is, right? Someone knows what it is and they're like, go over here and do that thing. And it's like, boom, oh, they're naked. Or boom, they have a head of, Chuck E. Cheese or something like, and then you play then it's like, okay, now we're gonna play the game. We might have to wrap it up soon.
Hang on.
Unless I do one more level.
Turbid's here.
Turbid just showed up, crashing the party.
Turbid is a party.
What did Turbid get for Christmas?
Must have been something else. You don't
Turbid
see pawns.
is unto himself a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I love cutting the GTAs because I love Turbid. Love Turbid. There was one I cut recently with the Achievement Hunter guys where Turbid was standing on a car directing traffic and this big fucking clusterfuck at the bottom of the ramp.
Are you sure he was directing traffic and he wasn't throwing grenades and fucking up the race?
Maybe he was. Maybe he was. You do have to live in LA.
Wait, what?
I messaged him in the chat and I said, yes, you do have to live in LA. But he's still asking. Or she.
I don't think
People saying 24-hour stream. We could do one more level.
Whatever you want, man.
Maybe we'll do one more.
What time is it? 8:59.
We'll do one more, but then
I don't have to go to bed yet.
we'll probably have to split it up into multiple parts when we put it on the YouTubes.
Do you want anything else to drink?
I'm good. And then slow lean in. Sasha Nein.
I saw
Go
Nils
again.
peeking into
I know
a
you're
hole
there.
in the girls' cabin.
Sasha Nein, I know you're here. There was one time I was playing this game and I was like, for some reason I couldn't get that to work, what I just did. I would smash at it and smash at it, it wouldn't work, and then I found out I was too close.
Oh man, cool. Cool? Do you have any idea what this does?
You know what we should do this week?
No.
Please.
It's a six
Sensory deprivation chamber.
deprivation chamber.
Oh, I was thinking maybe if you wanted to get a massage, you should go to a massage.
Oh, I could do that too.
Do you know
Solitary confinement for psych-
Jason Wishnov, who you met, who made Dark Human Echo?
Mm-hmm.
He made a escape room with Freddie Wong.
Oh yeah?
And
I know
I
Freddie
was like,
Wong's been
oh,
wanting
maybe
to
we
work
should
for
go to that.
Boolean Warfare complex should assault home size or larger only. While
That's a Russian kid.
perhaps notice gigantic bear
Camperate,
with
whiskering
scale
around. Every single time I go to a convention, I go to the Double Fine booth and I ask if they have any men's Whispering Rock t-shirts, and they never do.
My old boss has one, Jeremy.
Hey, wait!
He's a true fan, real gamer.
I'm probably gonna get one because of my Psychonauts 2 donation, but
I hope to be a real gamer someday. Someday.
I mean, I'm playing a platformer from 2005, so
I am a real gamer.
real gamer doesn't mean
Newsflash.
anything to me.
Newsflash, I am. That doesn't even mean it's a fucking made up phrase, real gamer.
Looks like one
You know what I've been playing a lot of, and I've been playing on my phone, is threes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a personal policy where I don't play easily accessible, addictive, repetitive games.
Like Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Like I would never play Marvel Puzzle Quest. I would never play I don't play Hearthstone because I don't like. I am very, very easily addicted to games like that, and I've had like situations like years ago where I got really into like playing that kind of game. Those kind of games?
What website? Well, what kind of website games?
So back in maybe like
I'm here for the advanced training.
2004, I spent a lot of time on Neopets, and which you shouldn't. I just kind of got caught up in it, and
what
would
are we
go
gonna learn?
and like
Bending
begrudgingly be
spoons?
playing
Burning
games
stuff?
constantly, not because I enjoyed them necessarily or wanted to, but because they'd be like the like triple point earners of the day, and I'd be playing these games constantly.
A lot about headaches.
Anyway, I don't play games like that because I know that I'm very susceptible to getting caught up in them and playing them constantly. But then I was just like reading an article on Polygon or something that said, "Oh, threes is in browser now," and I thought, you know, I haven't looked at threes. I know about threes. I've met the guy that made threes, Asher. But then I was like, I'll just like look at it, and I started playing it, and
This hairdryer
I really liked it, and then I started playing the free version on my phone, and then I bought it.
Long story short.
But yeah, I don't really like playing games like that because I haven't played Hearthstone for that very reason. But you know what? Like maybe I should just be like
Play Hearthstone.
forget it and then be constantly consumed by.
Mobile games are awesome.
Yeah,
Mobile
but
games
I
are the fact that you can go like, I don't have anything to do for the next 5 minutes and go.
No, but
okay, here's the thing.
problem is that like for example today I like sat on the toilet for an extra like 15 minutes
That
when I
wasn't-
didn't need to.
You can come out, baby. Listen, baby, you don't have to hide in
Not
there.
your baby.
Don't hide in there, baby.
Not your baby. Go with God. But yeah, I like sat on the toilet for another 15 minutes, even though I didn't need to. So I was playing this game.
But the more you explore the mental world, the more connection.
I mean, you paid for it once though, right? Like, or do you have to keep
No,
paying?
you pay for it once.
So
there
that's
are no add-ons.
That's good. I mean, Hearthstone is risky.
Yeah,
I've only
is
played,
failing.
I think Hearthstone once. These are all the mines you're gonna unlock in the game. This is basically like your level select, and all those icons are the ones like, okay, top left is you found emotional baggage. Bottom left is you found all the safes. That's the cobwebs, and the bottom one is the figments. So.
Wait, I'm opening this right.
What? Just pull the cork out.
I can't.
And so.
I don't have any strength in my right hand.
Oh, the trick is to do your thumbs. Wedge it.
My right hand got smashed by a golf club in 2010.
Year of our Lord.
And I have pain in it almost every day when I play video games for a really long time, or I am editing or something for a really long time. My hand really hurts.
I bought this. I don't really know what the definition of top shelf, private reserve cider is, but I got that because the blue guy on the
You
front
got
looks
it
like
because it's
Emir.
the fucking Iceman, Val Kilmer.
He looks like Emir from Smite. So right now I'm going into my own brain, supposedly. Supposed to be going into my own brain.
Where am I?
You are inside your own mind. I'm not sure where. What can you see?
It's like a Sean Poole stream or a Lawrence stream.
Run down.
Lawrence is going to
Cool.
really be upset he missed this. We hung out with Lawrence and Stephanie last night, It's fantastic.
Lawrence and Stephanie are
We-
wonderful.
We had delicious food. We had wonderful conversations. Oh, is it Kippy here?
A little bit of anime.
What time is it? It's
Kippers.
like what time is it?
It's Christmas.
Oh,
You there, Ip Kippy? What day is this?
Yeah. Oh, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas, yeah. I'm just kidding. Hi. Hi.
Sorry about that.
I'm curious. I did have a doctor look at my hand, and I had surgery on my hand, and I wore a cast for 2 months. Lawrence is here!
I'll figure
Oh no, Lawrence is here. Oh,
We
so
Beetlejuiced him.
we were about to say that we were hanging out with Lawrence last night, and then we had a horrible time. But what we meant to say is we had a wonderful time. We watched some. We were gonna have a anime Christmas,
like animal things.
and so we watched an episode of Ranma 1/2 that took place during Christmas. And we watched an episode of Toradora that took place during Christmas.
I'm so happy Lawrence is here.
We wish Lawrence was
I'm a
here.
little toasted, Lawrence. I wish you were here.
Lawrence, she's had the equivalent of like a half a shot's worth of
What?
alcohol.
No, I haven't.
Look, Lawrence
You know-
dropping Lawrence emotes.
Do you know what I drank, Lawrence? Last year, Stephanie gave us the mason jars of the apple pie drink and the like cherry. I don't know, but
Is it
Drank 'em
possible
both.
for an alcoholic fruit beverage from a year ago to ferment?
Lawrence is in some kind of bunker, hiding from his family.
Uh-huh.
I wish you were here, Lawrence.
Let us know when you're back. Anyway, we watched anime. We watched Toradora and a Christmas episode of that, which is good. So now we've seen the first episode of Toradora and like the 20th episode or
Yeah.
something. Picking up these things. The baggage.
How long was Lawrence in that chat for? That he just appeared when he was mentioned.
He heard the cork pop.
It's like an angel getting its wings.
Uh-huh.
No, this is more of a super scary flaming.
Happy birthday from Australia, where it's already Christmas. It's already Christmas in the United States too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, I guess on the East Coast.
Hold on, I'm still getting some unusual
Hold on, there's something creepy coming up. What is that? What is it?
Lawrence, what's with the headlamp?
What is that? And they spit out something. A clue, perhaps? That wasn't full level. Should we do a full level?
Try that again.
Whatever, man.
I don't think I need to be in the tumbler with the glowy eye guys anymore.
I don't know. I think this may be a good stopping point.
Oh, but Lawrence is here.
All right. If all right.
Rite of passage.
I don't know. Whatever you want.
He's gonna ask if I want to. If he asks me if I want to defend myself, I have to go back in.
Okay, I'm ready to learn how to really fight.
Oh, really?
Okay.
What?
He's
nothing.
gonna let me
Just
defend myself. I
planning
gotta learn how to Psyblast.
Take me up on that offer. It usually scares the kids off.
We'll do Sasha Nein's level and then that'll be the end of the stream. But we ain't got nothing to do for the next week and a half. We busted our ass to make sure you guys had a bunch of Funhaus videos during the break, but that means, and Elise and I are traveling, we're not going to see our families or whatever. So we could potentially finish Psychonaut in like the next week.
Into his sanctuary.
Possible.
I don't know about that.
possible.
I don't know about that guy. Don't get your hopes up.
When I
guys.
start playing
don't
Mad
get
Max.
don't get your ear pussies wet over this.
Your pussy ears are perking up.
Be right back after I talk with Agent Cruller.
Don't get your ear pussies wet over this because they're gonna get fucked. Trust
what
me.
Do you tell me how?
Okay, I'm ready to learn.
Did you convince a?
Oh, yes. But I left it in my other pants. Be right back.
Was I supposed to get something from him? What am I supposed to? I'm supposed to get something from this dude to let me do it, I think.
Let's go to Ford's. I mean, my sanctuary.
Think I'm Ford.
I think Lawrence might be gone. Well, Merry Christmas, Lawrence.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Look, Kaylee drew a picture of you and I.
Christmas art. The glare.
God
She got your glare
Damn,
just right.
Katie is, or Katie. God,
Kaylee.
Sorry, we have a friend named Katie. Kaylee is so talented, and she's always
What is all this?
making us such great art.
Down that hallway is the observation room.
Get a marksman permit from Ford Crawler.
And beneath, you should go from it.
Sasha says I need.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love when people are like, I'm just doodling, and then it's a more impressive piece of art than I could ever fathom creating.
So Elise used to do a webcomic, just so you guys know,
Yes, well,
No, no,
Fun
no,
fact.
No, I don't want to talk about that, please.
called Lil
No,
Kitties.
nothing.
don't want to talk
Prepare
about
your
it.
mind. That's the motto of the Psychonauts.
Do you want me to get savage on you again, bruv?
Complete his shooting
You're not
range.
savage, all right?
You want me to get fucking savage on you, bruv?
You think that you're hard like Attack the Block.
What you thinking?
Alright, I have to go back. We're burning through this game. Shop.
Where would you like me
Some of the first levels are pretty straightforward, but then there are other levels that are a bit more complex. There's a couple
Yeah.
levels that get a little bit of confusion on my head.
Was that a knife wants to know what does James use to record Marvel Puzzle Quest on his phone? YouTube now has
You have the YouTube gaming app.
Yeah, you can
You
stream
can do it
from
depending
Android.
on your phone's
Or record.
capabilities. Yeah, you can record and do and stream too, but I've never tried streaming. Though I have to tell you, I have a LG G3, and it sometimes chugs just playing Marvel Puzzle Quest and streaming. So
Oh, GG3 isn't really that good of a phone anymore, though.
it's still a really good phone. It's just not that new.
Maybe I'm biased because my phone is just inherently broken.
Not inherently.
Not inherently, but I mean, by my own demise,
Yeah.
broken.
Yeah,
I
it
suppose.
got
I
dropped
dropped
and it
it.
broke.
It's fucked to high health.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with the processing power of the phone.
C. Wilson LPC wants to know who would you say is more savage, you or Elise? That's a good question.
I think I'll say me. I'm more savage because he asked me the question.
I don't know what you're thinking, bruv.
They call me Doc Savage. That's how savage I am. It's the Savage Dragon, for short.
Savage Garden is what they call you.
Uh-huh.
It's a 90s joke. Lawrence will get it, trust me. Don't worry.
If he comes back, he'll get it.
I think he's still in there. I want to know what that headlamp's all about.
So now I'm in Agent Sasha Nein's his mind. It's very
I got to this part.
cubed,
I got to this part, for sure.
based.
That guy kind of looks like Doc Savage.
Concentrate them and release
Do you think
them.
you'll ever cosplay as him?
No, as firepower. Say
Sasha
something
Nein?
hideous,
Yes.
horrible jumps out.
Every day.
You should cosplay as Mila.
Burns the Beast wants to know what we got Benson for Christmas. Nothing. Benson has a warm home where he's not abused, and he gets treats all the time and taken to run around at the park and snuggled every day.
Elise does this thing with Benson where sometimes she's like, "Oh, Benson's probably so cold. He's probably so cold right now." And then other times in the exact same scenario,
Well done, Raz. Keep well done, Raz.
I'm doing Slide Blast. In the exact same scenario, she'll go, "Man, screw Benson. He's got fur all over him. Who cares?"
In regards to the headlamp, Lawrence says, "My mom got me a headlamp for Christmas. That's all I know."
That's what I told you. When you said Lawrence got a headlamp for Christmas, I was like, I'm gonna ask him why he got a headlamp, and he'll go, "Your guess is as good as mine."
Good. Again.
Do you think it's because your mom knows you're doing some late night streaming and she thinks, "Oh, I'll get him a headlamp so he can stream at
You
night"?
make it nice and bright.
Make it nice and bright.
Is this what
You know,
saw
let your
in
stream
vision?
see you.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good plan to me, personally.
Ah,
I remember the safe
often
in
seem
this level
larger
is on the
in their
bed.
heads than they really
The
are.
safe is
That's a
on the bed.
lesson to learn.
Always
This
be
is a
closing.
sense
Always be
integral
closing.
part
Reflects my
of
butt
any
every time I
sane
do that.
person's mind. The
I'm in a good mood. I
sensors
went to the
roll
gym
through your
today.
And you
psyche,
spilled
looking
soy
for
salt.
thoughts that don't
It might be umami oil.
Manias, waking dreams.
It's not
The
umami oil,
sensors
man.
hunt them down and censor them out.
Why do they come after me?
What a face! What a face!
I'm playing Psychonauts. Psychonauts is right above it. Psychonauts 2's coming out.
They don't belong here.
Someone in chat mentioned that you should probably turn on the subtitles for people in chat that
The brain tumble
can't hear you
malfunctioning.
over all my
people.
chirping.
We got deaf
Test
people.
that later. For now,
Hey, for a deaf person, you make a lot of noise.
Lawrence says his mom doesn't know what streams are. I don't know why I laughed at that. That's not. I mean, most moms don't. I'd say Sean Pool's mom knows. She knows. She's
She
on
knows,
them.
she knows. Options.
Reading manga at night. That's a pretty good use for a headlamp. That's true.
There you go, guys. There you go. You want me to shoot him? Did it. I killed him. I murdered for you.
Spirit.
I killed it.
It was just a thought I was having.
See, now we know what they're saying.
It has just returned to its basic form.
Raw psychic energy. Now to absorb the psychic energy. Yes.
In regards to the headlamp, if Kippy thinks that Lawrence should wear it everywhere he goes because he'll never know when he needs it, that's a pretty sound idea.
Well, here's the thing.
Mental health
In
increases,
Lawrence's
but
parents'
as a side
defense,
blast,
a headlamp
your will to
is
do damage.
kind of like
So be on the
allowing
lookout
yourself to
for
be
these
half
small,
machine.
dense clusters
You
of
know?
raw psychic aggression.
You know what I'm
Absorb
saying?
these as well to make sure you
It's
always
kind of
have
like
enough firepower.
embracing Lawrence's eventual transition into being a psychic,
3
or
weeks.
not psychic,
I only have
cyber
2
robot
days to earn
man.
all my merit badges and become a psychonaut.
Slow and steady wins
So,
the
I
That's
mean,
true.
young friend.
It's pretty good in that sense.
Practice slowly and carefully.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Got it. Yeah. I'll do level 2, no problem.
If Lawrence,
Get off.
man, yeah, if I was gonna help
Look at those
Lawrence's transformation to
Try a little harder.
a cyborg, what would I do? What would I do to help
You can
him?
do that. The best thing you can do to help him is to hurt him. Right?
How so?
Break his legs or something.
Oh, so that he needs to be
So
replaced.
he has to be replaced. Let's jump it up. Eventually you get a power which causes your psychic.
My
things to
concern for Lawrence is that Lawrence would, it would become like an addiction for him. Like, so say for example, Lawrence lost his arm. He got a robotic arm, a cybernetic arm, correct? It would become like an addiction, like people that get plastic surgery constantly. He'd start replacing all of himself, and then it's like, well, when does he no longer become Lawrence? When it's just his when it's just his consciousness, is
brain
he still
intact?
Lawrence? His brain is intact, yes.
I think Lawrence could be transcendent. He could go up into his own brain.
He could be the film Transcendence.
This is chaos. I'll try to fix it. You stay here and keep the numbers under control.
I don't know. I think that Lawrence would. Here's what Lawrence would do. Lawrence, I said the safest on the bed. Lawrence would basically change over his entire body until it became fully cybernetic. But by that point, they'd be moving into a kind of ones and zeros ethereal phase of things.
I feel like at some point in his life, Lawrence is going to have to battle a version of himself.
Maybe.
Is that
No, I
too
think
far
that's-
for me to think?
I think that's totally justified.
Maybe 25 years from now, but...
See those valves?
I think that makes sense.
And it will be a creation of his own doing.
But what I'm saying is that once Lawrence gets into like being a full cybernetic being, then the new thing will be is like, oh well, the physical world is a waste anyway. Like what you should be thinking about is the virtual world.
Yeah, I
And
guess...
so then he'll have to like transfer his consciousness. So all of the things he did to make himself a cyberpunk, it's not going to matter.
I guess as someone that likes Lawrence, I do have that concern that at some point he's going to feel like he has transcended us.
Mm-hmm.
And
We'll be dead by then.
Oh,
Long dead.
okay, good.
Sasha's first loss. A glimpse into his
Oh.
memory. Oh, there's his
Well,
mom.
that seems nice. It doesn't seem like a loss. Yeah, that
Oh,
seems good
hell,
too. Like,
Mom.
well, that's just a nice man, right?
Kind of got a scary dad back there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Oh. She's just asleep.
She's...
Oh, no, she's-
probably not asleep.
This is-
And he's a changed man because of it. Sasha's first loss, his baby lost his mommy. In probably all of Psychonauts, this is probably my least favorite stage.
Why?
I get what they're doing with the style of it. Oh god, I'm stuck.
However,
But the squareness of it kind of like takes me out of the world. It feels like a set, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
and maybe that's the intention.
It is. It's totally by design. But it feels like it's just a kind of like like I said, like it's a set. It's so small.
Yeah.
Whereas so many other parts of the game are so complex.
Well, it's also dated, right?
Well, it's not. It's the choice they made. It's and there's nothing wrong with it. But this is just, to me, it's like, okay, well, I'm in this section of the stuff, and you'll see some of the other levels in this game are just like really, really wild and stuff. Try and get these guys. Try and blast through this. Normally what you do is you have to go through each section.
Well, you got them all.
That was weird.
Somebody just fell in the kitchen.
Oh, Ghost of Christmas Past is here.
The water ghost is back.
And he's doing our dishes. Remember that time I called Adam Sessler a Japanese water ghost?
Mm-hmm.
I hope he never finds him.
Probably shouldn't keep saying it.
I don't know Adam Sessler.
See, because they're all just like, it's like, so this is like the, I never got into the VR missions for Metal Gear Solid because they were just VR missions. They didn't have any like environment. These feel like the VR missions of Psychonauts.
Oh no. You
I
close
think
one
the
leak
VR
down,
Psychonauts
another
will feel like
springs
the
up.
VR missions
Well,
of
come on.
Psychonauts.
We've got to take care of these too.
It's a direct sequel. It's funny, you're gonna get closure on this game, but then you're just gonna get even more open, so who knows what's next. These discs. Because, like, the next level is kind of like an obstacle course, too. No. Ooh, dick. The next level is like an obstacle course, too, but... but it's got personality. Next level is real fun. It's where you learn levitation. Are you getting
Oh,
tired?
yeah, I know that level.
Yeah. Okay, there's a little bit of health. Eventually, just like most games, like Legend of Zelda and stuff, you get a bunch of brains across the whole
I
thing.
need the purse tag
What's
here.
the first tag? You just get so much health.
This is gonna be a horrible thing for me to say.
But you're gonna say it. But
Where did I see it? I noticed Dr. Yellow said Kojima confirmed for Psychonauts 2, which sparked my train of thought. Got me
Okay.
thinking. I'm really sorry to say this, but if it was a matter of getting Psychonauts 2 versus getting the original full release of Silent Hills, I would want Silent Hills.
you would want Silent
I
Hills?
would want Silent Hills. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fine.
You would
Crazy.
want Psychonauts 2, probably.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
A haunted
I'm
house
sorry.
is only gonna work probably one time.
I don't know. I've replayed. I've had like maybe three or four repeat playthroughs of PT, and I enjoy it every single time.
I just like, I mean, the Silent Hill games are good, but I mean, I'm totally biased, so I'm probably not the right person to ask. But I just think we are judging a game that never actually existed. All it had to be was like, it's like a trailer for a movie. It's like, say Gods of Egypt somehow comes out and it is amazing. Not that I can imagine that, but imagine that that's the case. And but everyone already bought their ticket because they saw the awesome trailer.
Except it wasn't a game trailer. It was a like demo that could have been a full indie game.
It was a playable trailer.
Yeah, okay, I guess PT took playable trailer, but that could have been an indie game that sold for $10, $15.
Oh yeah, I know. But
So-
I mean, what was Layers of Fear? We paid $20 for that game or something?
Well, it's in early access still, so.
I know, but I'm saying, like, there's only a little bit more to the Layers of Fear game than there was to Silent Hills PT.
Oh my gosh, Benson just came out here and then crawled into his little bed.
Uh-huh. Probably because he's trying to sleep in the other room. He didn't.
Oh, puppy, are you alright? My good boy.
I guess my big thing is, even when I was playing PT, I was thinking, oh, there's a chance that if they add more to this, like, what they would feel compelled to do to make it a full $60 game, I think would diminish the simplicity of PT. So the full
Yes.
release, I think there's a potential that the full release may not be as a game as good as what we played.
My greatest concern was, oh god, I hope this isn't a third-person game with Norman Reedus, which it clearly is.
Well, they didn't say it's third person. did
Well,
they?
yeah, but I mean, why would they? I mean, they're just gonna have Norman Reedus for cutscenes?
Yeah.
Maybe,
I mean,
but
that was my thing too. Is I mean, part of what I was theorizing was that like everyone was like, Norman Reedus hasn't even done capture for it. It's like,
maybe
well, if
he's
it's
not
first
doing
person. Maybe there is no
I mean-
capture. Maybe they just need his lines and they need his
Yeah.
duplicate his likeness.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I don't know.
Welcome to PT chat.
Love PT.
I got it. I got your emotional baggage.
There's a way you can still get PT, but you have to like hack
Screw with your
PS4,
stuff.
yeah.
That's it.
I don't know if it's.
Blocked off all of Sasha's sensor.
I really like PT.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. There's a lot of other games though now that are like it. I think we're gonna. People were like, "Oh, that's so much fun." I don't think it's that impossible to recreate
Shooting things is fun and useful.
new puzzles and stuff.
You lose control of your
I think someone in the modding community
Yes.
should, in like the Source Engine or something, make PT.
well, no.
You know,
If you try to
that like they could make their own version of PT.
desirable feelings, they'll build
I mean, it's possible. People have done a lot more than that.
Yeah, I
What would
mean,
happen if you were to say completely
Like people
block out
recreated all of GoldenEye.
well, there would be a build
sad. It's. I mean, you mean recreating the demo, not making a full game.
No, recreating the demo.
Oh yeah.
But then
absolutely.
making it in such a way that like you can play it a bunch of different times or doing other stuff. You know,
Sure, but
maybe
I mean,
there's more in it.
we'll
than
never
there
get
was in
that
the demo.
full game.
You are my own creation. I command you to stop.
Norman Fetus. Man, of all the PT jokes I've made in a mandatory update, it never occurred to me to call Sync Baby Norman Fetus, and that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Allison Road is Paul Shark. The game that you are thinking of is Allison Road, and it looks really cool, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm trying to defeat him. I'm running. Ah. Backflips. Whoa. I was always impressed by how agile Raz was, but he came from the circus. So that's
Like
how-
Robin.
He is. He's basically Robin. Only a couple more.
Terrorizer wants to know, are you looking forward to No Man's Sky?
Yeah,
Of
I'm
course.
conservatively looking forward to it.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to the possibility of it being a game that like Elise and I can both get, and then we can like just kind of like zip around in the world. If it's just a fun screensaver, then I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm looking forward to it with, like he said, reasonable expectations, and I really like the team behind it. Sean Murray is like a wonderfully nice, humble person, and is really excited for this game.
Throw his poop.
And I hope it does well. My only concern is that there's been nothing new that I've seen about it that I thought, wow, this is very different from the rest that I've seen of it.
It's strange because it, like, to me, it seemed like they were making kind of like an indie game, but they then somehow it ended up. It's an indie game that somehow ended up on the like Sony press conference main stage. And so now it's an indie game that everyone is expecting and is going to know about, but it's like, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be like Journey cool, you know? Maybe a little bit bigger than Journey. Journey meets Minecraft or something, but
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
but I don't know that it's going to blow my mind.
We were barely talking about Psychonauts. You changed the subject a lot on me. Barely got to talk about Psychonauts. But we finished Sasha Nein's level, and we got this Psyblast merit badge. So we're gaining powers.
Do you know what games I'm excited for next year?
Psychonauts.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm looking forward to Doom. I'm looking forward to New Legend of Zelda. Ratchet and Clank.
Okay, enough
Um,
about my mind. Let's stay out of my mind.
What
for a
else?
while.
Dishonored
Let's
2 might
just
be
go back
cool.
into yours. Step up to the brain temple when you're
else?
ready.
Right. So Dishonored 1 was a game I couldn't get into, but
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
didn't
don't
have anything
really like
against it, I
stealth
just-
games.
I couldn't really get into it.
What else comes out next year?
I defeated Mega Sensor.
To be honest, like, oh, The Witness I'm looking forward to. I do really enjoy when there's that one game that kind of just surprises you. Like Layers of Fear, which is still in early access, but it came out this year. I was really surprised by. Ori I had been looking forward to a lot, Ori and the Blind Forest, but I wasn't super hyped and really counting down to it. I just knew that it was coming, and then it was the sort of thing that appealed to me. But For Honor looks cool. Horizon Zero Dawn looks cool.
I tried For Honor and I just couldn't. I couldn't get my heads around those controls. I'm looking forward to Overwatch.
Hyperlight Drifter.
Oops, I didn't mean to
I've been
come
waiting
back here.
for a long time, and the guys that make it are really, really cool guys. So I'm hoping success for them, and I'm looking forward to
Yes,
playing it.
I want to go back to the real world.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. I mean, I honestly like played a minimal amount of Overwatch. When the beta comes back, I will play it more, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm a huge Overwatch fan because I haven't played enough of it to be. So, but I
So
will.
Overwatch. Overwatch. You're saying Overwatch then? Game of the year. There's a point today where you're like, all right, I'm gonna go. I think you were like, I'm gonna go shower. You gonna play something? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play something. I sat on my computer. I was like, time for Overwatch. Like I still have those moments where I'm waiting for it.
I'm hoping Nintendo will announce a new real Metroid game this year.
Announce and then not come out, but I got a fossil.
I mean, it's not going to come out because.
It'll take too long.
But I'm hoping they will announce something.
I'm just gonna call him with my bacon. He just wants to say something to me.
Hey, looks like you're ready to take
What
on
else
a
comes
new.
out?
Give me new psychic power.
Come back and get your new.
I'm gonna go get the merit badge, and then we're gonna call it a night.
Alrighty then.
MG Zomber wants to know, do you think that game Agent is ever going to come out? No, it's an entirely different guard. Well, Jack Tretton's gone, but
Dedication and
I mean, Last Guardian is happening, so who knows? Those screenshots leaked recently of Agent, and they looked pretty awesome. Did you see those?
Yeah. I'm so jaded and old though that I see screenshots and I'm like, yeah, 90% of the screenshots that I see for all games all look cool.
Sony is doing a really, really great job at building up a hype cycle, but with Shenmue and which isn't their property, but you know they announced the Kickstarter at their show, so. But with Shenmue and Last Guardian, they're doing a really, really great job of just capitalizing on hype, and for them to go, look, we're still developing Agent, but
So all day long, you
it's gonna be entirely different than what they were working on 8 years or 6 years ago or whatever, right? Like, but they would totally capitalize on, look, Agent is actually happening. So yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised by it, but I think, you know, who really is clamoring for that, I don't know.
It's funny because like
And Rockstar's working on Red Dead Redemption 2, probably, right? So
we all work in the industry, but like at least in some ways knows like more details. Like when it comes to like recalling like developers and like, hey, who's the lead developer on this game? Lace actually knows a lot more of those details than say myself or Bruce.
I don't think that's true at all. I think Lawrence.
I didn't say Lawrence.
Well, no, I think it's because it's been my job for a long time to know those minute details, but you guys don't necessarily need to like focus on those details. I don't think it's not a difference between this person is more knowledgeable.
No, I'm
or
just
more-
saying a lot of people would assume that you aren't as knowledgeable.
Yeah, probably, and that's probably maybe due to my gender.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
I'm just saying. At least knows her stuff.
I do think Lawrence probably knows more about the industry than maybe anybody I know, and maybe he knows more about just anything in general than
He
anybody.
knows a lot. Lawrence knows a lot of things.
He might be the most intelligent person I know.
Well, Ford Crawler is the most intelligent person I know, and he's currently guided me this far. We've got Psyshot, and we've got Pyrokinesis now, so I can set things on fire. And I think that's a pretty good place for us to stop. We've made it through 2 levels. Next time we play Psychonauts, I'm going to have to go back into my own brain, face my fears, and try and become the best karate master I can be.
Well, what are you gonna do in the game?
You're just sitting there silently, and that's all you can.
I'm coming down from my high.
Yeah, I think so. You're coming down from your cherry high. It's just sugar. But
Everyone thinks you look really young. It's because you shave.
'cause
I
am
shaved
young.
too, and nobody's saying anything.
I'm aging backwards. But thank you guys for watching. Last time I'm going to mention it because the video's ending. But if you feel so inclined, like the Double Fine Facebook page, follow them on Twitter, and subscribe to them on YouTube. those are 3 totally free things that you can do to potentially give me a shot to be in Psychonauts 2.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to
Merry
everybody
Christmas,
in the chat.
everybody.
And
Yeah.
thank you to everybody that works so hard and is a vital part to the community. It's really awesome of all of you.
And even those of you that aren't necessarily known in the community but are still active and involved or just big fans or whatever, thank you for allowing us to spend our evening doing this because it's fun. And we hope you have really happy holidays, and we'll probably be back with some more streams in not too long. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.